has just begun. The choices he has made, his bed is already laid, 'cause he's a dead man walking.
I think you can.
Stress dice, rather.
Base
Base dice button, just hit 4 or what?
Is there a base dice button?
There's a button that says
base dice. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would work. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't like you can't click on the abilities themselves. So
Damn it.
yeah, that works.
Oh,
So
3
someone
hours
noticed
real
you.
time and a whole days worth. I knew this was going to be the roll that pissed me off.
So they're still working. You have another entire day to make a wits roll. So roll away.
Ah, I love this game.
So you're like doing your thing, and every time you're like, oh man, I feel like I'm finally beneath notice. Like Jimmy gives you a call and he's like, hey Max, I need you to help with some of the supply orders. Can you please go over here and help? Can you let Xander in? He's dying of air loss. And you're like, oh, what a man. So apparently
just for my own sake, I just want to this one more time to make sure there's anything on these dice.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Okay. No.
You make it though.
Yeah, but that's in the future. I don't think I can use a past die roll.
Yeah, that's true.
So a little while you're working, it's during the second day of work. We'll say that Conrad and Xander are out working on the ship, and you're sitting on the sitting on the bridge directing work, and maybe trying to like you're directing them from up above where you have a better vision of the ship, or maybe actually much better, you're probably in the salvage crane, and you get a ping from Mother.
All right, I'll go ahead, turn to the panel here. It's like, okay, what do we got here, Mother? Is that distress
It
being
says
gone yet?
the first thing is on the actual like on the interface, the ping that you got was there's currently an incoming ship on the scanners. It reports an approaching ship. A cargo inspector. That's what the like it gives you an ICC tag. It says we've pinged an incoming ship as an ICC cargo inspector.
Let's see. So ICC was which corporate group?
That is the like the main like I think that's like just the Interstellar Commerce Commission is what it stands for. They're owned and operated by Weyland-Yutani, and they are the standard for identification for ship identification. So most every ship has an ICC code that their transmitter transmits.
Right, and we got ours. So I guess in terms of what this thing is, I'm trying to figure out like how much should I be worried or think about in this situation, because we're salvaging this thing. It has some Wayland ties or something, I think. And this Wayland ship is coming in.
It didn't say it had any Wayland ties. It was an independent company. It said, and your ship, by the way, pings that the ship's arrival at your location should be about 10 hours.
10 hours. Okay.
This is in the middle of the second day.
So we'll probably be done by the time it gets here.
I
think, right?
Maybe it might be cutting it close.
Okay. Well, right now, what type of ship was it? It's ICC, but like, is it a cargo ship or?
It is a cargo inspector.
Cargo inspector. I mean,
so it is Usually not as big as a cargo ship, but smaller, faster.
Yeah.
Usually a ship fast enough to catch up to any cargo vessel, and usually armed, because in case there's any pirates where they need to
Right.
forcibly inspect a ship.
And in terms of doing illegal stuff, everything here is above board, so nothing is really going to happen, I think, right? Or that would
Most
be
likely,
the
yeah.
assumption. Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
not
you're under the
worried.
assumption that you're not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, it's like, okay, salvaging this. There's the explosives there. I haven't touched those. Those are probably the most worrying thing. So, well, we'll be done by the time they get here.
Okay.
Due to them inspecting the asteroid full of dead people.
Yep. We haven't been to the
But-
asteroid at all.
In response to your second inquiry,
Mhm.
the distress beacon is still active.
Interesting. So it wasn't on the ship at all.
I mean, you're still scrapping the ship, but about halfway done, and the distress beacon is still going on.
Yeah. So we never found it on the ship in the first place. So I'm definitely thinking it's almost certainly on that asteroid. So I mean, without landing on the asteroid and investigating it, which sounds like a terribly foolish errand, I'm just continuing with the salvaging. I tell everyone what's up.
Yes,
And if anyone has an opinion on it, let's hear it.
I personally want to get this salvaging done to get going.
Right, right. We might have to say hello to them, but there's no reason we have to stay here. I mean, it will probably be a shame that maybe we won't really be able to take this asteroid with us without having to help them investigate it or something. But well, we'll be fine. We could probably just get out of here. No worries. So I'm taking it easy.
Okay. You're taking it easy. So your roll a heavy machinery check there for me, Xander. You're the one doing all the mechanics. Let's see if you succeed. Then you guys manage to finish before this other ship arrives. If you don't,
And-
then it's cutting it close. It's very incredibly close.
All right, do you mind if I use my items I have?
I'll give you a +1 or a +2 because you have both Jimmy and Conrad aiding you.
And my gear doesn't help me?
No, because it's a larger and you're also doing electronic comtech things. So yeah, so you guys are finishing up. You have the entire ship scrapped. You have your cargo bays are full of these mechanical parts and these electronic parts. The ship's pretty much, there's a little bit of floating debris left. The asteroid is, of course, still left. What would you guys like to do? Mother says the ship is about an hour away at this point.
Well, we could go ahead and book it right now. We have everything that we want, and we could just go home.
Yes.
The asteroid doesn't seem probable, but that distress beacon is still on, and so it must
It
be
is.
somewhere on that asteroid.
Were we sent here to get the distress signal, or were we just...
Well, that's what we had to stop and investigate, and the answer is we didn't find much yet. It seems like
Exactly.
everyone's evacuated that did, so either they're dead or they're out somewhere in space now, and there's nothing we can really do about that.
Exactly, so let's get out of here while we have time.
Yeah, we have... Well, I mean, if they're still alive there on the asteroid, though, we should try to do at least something, or at least see if we can pinpoint them. But
Well,
the thing
if
is, our
they-
scanners are so shot, it's not like we can figure out where they are.
Yeah,
We never even picked up, like, an energy signature down there or anything. If
Nope.
they, like, set up some sort of weird base where they're powering the cryopods on the asteroid, we just have no idea where that could be, and that thing's huge.
exactly. Plus, if they would have seen us, they would have hopefully tried something and we didn't even notice nothing. Like, a flare or something to get our attention.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, if they're all in cryo sleep, it's not like they're going to know.
Well, someone has to stay up. They can't just all be
And it's
sleeping.
unlikely they've been living on the asteroid for 5 years. That just sounds patently ridiculous. But, I
Yeah.
mean, if we take a look at the size of the thing here, it is at least 50 meters in radius. That ain't small.
Not at all.
I
So,
mean, so
by
we
the
do
way,
have an hour though.
that you can do emergency repairs, where you repair it and the whatever you've damaged temporarily is destroyed, like temporarily is fixed. So essentially you make a check that takes 5 to 10 minutes. If successful, the item is repaired for one shift.
Hmm.
After that, it falls apart. It requires no spare parts.
That's
So, like,
interesting.
if you wanted him to work for 5 to 10 minutes, he could try to repair your sensors. They would work for the next 6 hours essentially, and then fall apart.
Just to be the devil on the shoulder here, though, if you're concerned about the lives of anybody that might be on the asteroid, there is another ship coming.
That is true. They can figure it out. But I mean,
Exactly.
so after the time where we jury-rig it, they stop working entirely?
No, like so basically like
They go back to
if
the
right now
position they were before
yeah.
then.
Yeah, they go back to broken.
Let's see if we can do that. If we can do that, and then we have some time to fly around the asteroid and get a full sweep of it before we leave, let's see what happens.
We're gonna cut it way too close.
Also, if you've picked up the ship on your damage sensors, the odds are that they've also picked up you.
Right,
So-
yeah, they're going to know if we've gone and left, but, well,
Yeah, but you don't
what's the
think you've done anything
legality
wrong.
on leaving a
Yeah.
distress signal without finding anything? We came here to do
Well-
our Good Samaritan thing, found really nobody or anything.
Well, if you leave the distress signal on, it seems a little suspicious.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the word's not coming to me. Is the point in space to recover a distress signal from a ship or from not a ship? If a distress signal is just floating around in space by itself, are you responsible for picking it up? And that point, I just want to know what the legalese is. Is an asteroid a ship? I don't believe it is. Certainly not a planet.
Yeah,
I don't think distress signals are uniquely to ship distress signals.
Right, but the laws of space, right?
well,
Space law.
if we
Are
can
you
just-
responsible for stopping every distress signal that has no source? No, I don't think not. That's
Yeah.
insanity.
Well, I'm still thinking right now, just going down there without any information is too dangerous. So we need to do the sensor sweep. If we can't find anything on a true sensor sweep, and the signal's still there, and we just go, we don't see shit, there's no reason for us to stay.
I also want to point out that we've given Conrad the tagline of not going back to jail.
Yeah.
So we know Conrad's
very true.
So I think I will, though, try to do one more sweep before we go.
Right. Are you going to repair the sensors at all?
Yes, we're gonna try to do the jury rig, the emergency repair, to see if we can get it going.
All right. So Xander, let's see a jury rig. You've got a +1 bonus from your maintenance jack on a heavy machinery roll.
And you have me.
Your sensors are back up and running, so you're not going to have a -2 penalty for this check.
Perfect. So I'll go ahead, I'll circle around the asteroid, I'll do a sweep of it, and let's see if we can figure out anything going on here.
All right.
Can I claim a bonus from Conrad?
I don't think so. Since
Okay.
only one person can man the sensor station.
And I don't think whatever the plus Comtech thing actually applies in this scenario, the tool that I think Cody's character has,
Yeah.
Xander. Yeah, so I think I'm just...
What device is it?
I don't remember. I gave it to you, and then I took it off my character.
Oh,
I wanted you to
I
have
never
it.
I never added it to my character. I just assumed I keep borrowing it from you.
No, I gave it to you to help because you do all the comp stuff.
Right, and
I'm sorry.
I keep passing the jack back and forth. I assume it's fine for you to just keep that thing forever.
Nope, guess we lost it forever.
Well, I lost it in space some light years back. Whoops.
Oh, electronic tools.
There you go. There you go.
I don't suppose that helps.
And- They are literally just called electronic tools with no description. but I
Yeah.
don't think they apply. I think they more
Yeah, I
apply to
think they're
like
better for.
repairs and
Yeah, we've been
hacking.
using them for the diagnostic, so it won't apply to the
Yeah,
sensor. So let's just see what we can do. 2 this time.
so two. So I'll give you a little bit of information. With the first one, with the success, you're searching around it, and it does in fact appear like the distress signal is coming from somewhere on the asteroid. With your second success, it looks like the asteroid, it looks like it broke apart from the center, as if the very center of the asteroid burst apart. And you are detecting, now that you've got your sensors fixed, you are detecting detecting numerous uh, traces of uh, rare metals.
All
So
right.
it does appear to be a valuable asteroid.
So they were right. That's really good. Now the question is, so what about the distress signal?
Maybe there were workers on the planet. Something happened.
Is the distress signal in the very center of this breaking apart asteroid? Is it somewhere
It's
dangerous?
also
Is
been
it
breaking
somewhere
apart.
actually visible from the ship? What?
Also
Can you
been
ask
breaking
me that?
apart for
Or do we
5
have
years.
no information on that? The sensor sweep didn't reveal that even.
No, I mean, you know about where it came from on the asteroid, but aside from that, just you have a general idea of where to land and look for it.
Okay, so we can cut off a certain slice of this then. Like, so
Yeah.
whereabouts is it? So is it on like the exterior surface of it? On an interior surface? Whereabouts are
It
we looking?
it is on a, so like if it's, I mean, if you picture it like a cracked open egg, it is
Mm-hmm.
on the exterior shell, and it looks like it's somewhat below the surface. So it's not on an interior surface, but it looks like it's slightly submerged um, on an exterior surface. So like
Okay.
maybe a cave or a crater um, on the outside.
Okay. So if we swing the ship around that way and we take like a visual look at it, can we actually try to identify like a connecting cave or something, or would we have to absolutely land or something? Because we don't have a
Um,
shuttle.
yeah, and you wouldn't be able to land with your ship. So that's the
Exactly.
big thing. Um, you do like a slow flyby, and I mean, you see there's definitely some caves pocking the edge of this asteroid, but it must be in one of those small caves.
There's absolutely no way we can go down there. Not with the amount of air we're bringing along, I think, right?
That's a very difficult situation.
Yeah. So we can't land. If we did land, we wouldn't have a lot of time, and if we do, what do we do about it?
Mm-hmm.
Can I set up a signal of some kind? Like some kind of beacon?
What kind of signal would you like to
Info beacon.
um sure. It sounds reasonable.
Okay. So instead of like a distress buoy in space, this is just like a small one, like we shove out this back, and it's just gonna have a message from Captain Jimmy Raygun.
I'll
We
say
didn't
you could
do it.
even I'll say you although I'll say it's something like where you have to like you modify a distress beacon that you guys have.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you even modify one of the ones that one of your escape pods have, and that's what you end up jettisoning.
Yeah. So I mean, we could do that, or we could hop out the back. I mean, I think we want to leave a buoy here anyway if we want to come back. Because I mean, this is still pretty valuable. If we could find a way to haul it, but we don't have a way. That's just the sad
At
part.
least yet.
At least yet. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna say, we found the ship, the ICC Immortal. It has been scrapped. Please relay all inquiries to this colony. And there's a distress beacon down there, but this ship does not have the capacity to land or investigate this asteroid. We leave it up to whomever comes next if they wish to try to disable it. However, if you are receiving the distress signal from this asteroid, know that it does not appear that there is anyone here. Nor is it feasible that they should be.
Okay. So I have added your buoy to the map here.
Yeah.
Is that legible in blue? I can change it. Blue might be too dark of a
Once
color.
it's zoomed, yeah, the lighter blue works really well.
Yeah, lighter blue looks really a cyan color.
Yeah. And I'll also probably say, like, the Capo System Colony also claims mineral rights to this asteroid. Thank you.
All right. And you guys head off?
Yeah, that seems to be about the time to do it. So, if the ship comes by, they'll know that they can try to investigate the asteroid. Maybe they'll figure out how to turn that other distress beacon off. If not, well, we'll come back later and we'll see what's happening.
How many
While
days
you're
back to the colony was it?
Let's find out.
it should be about another week.
Cool.
So, while you have the sensors repaired, make a comm check for me.
For my own sake, so I don't go crazy.
And here
Or,
it is. 1. Oh, wait. Oh, that was yours. 0. I
Don't
don't
worry about
notice
it.
anything.
So you guys are gonna strap back into cryosleep and jet off back to the Capo system?
Yep, that seems like the way to do it.
All right.
Should be able
So,
to get back
one
in one
point out.
piece.
I want to point out, I strap into cryosleep, wait for everybody else to fall asleep, and get back out of my pod and start training more talents.
Start eating all the food.
So,
Yeah, basically.
what are you going to do for the next 7 days while everyone's asleep?
Let's see, on the first day, I figured out how Beneath Notice works. Figured out which plots in my body I could sacrifice to a stab wound or whatever.
So the Beneath Notice talent is, for all those people watching, it's a talent that a kid can take, and essentially, if a kid takes a critical wound, he can roll twice and take whichever result he wants. So it's a way to ensure that your character survives a lot longer, and also, like, if you're trying to run away, you don't get hit in the foot and slow down your movement. Instead, you get stabbed in the arm or something like that. So it allows a little bit of damage mitigation. So
Right, and then I still have more experience, so I'm going to spend time playing hide and go seek by myself on the ship.
all right, and what?
Or the stealthy talent, which is a general talent.
All right, let's see. So 1 day's gone by, so you got six more.
All right, do I need to make food and water rolls, or I don't know which one?
That's readily available on the ship. So they might wake up and be down some resources, but it's not noticeable.
All right, there we go. Now I've got sneaky, and I do not have enough to get more stuff.
So you have sneaky. What does that talent do? Do you know off the top of your head?
I have it open. I'm sorry, I have
Yeah, what does it
stealthy.
do?
You get a +2 modification to mobility when using the skill to move undetected.
Yeah.
Fairly straightforward. Sounds like a pretty good one. So
I am highly mobile.
you've got 5 days left in awakeness.
While
What you gonna
I will fix the cryo bed. I want to be awake when they wake up.
Can you
crazy.
fix the cryo bed?
Well, all I did was reprogram it, so I will just program it again.
It's alright. Max will be the one of us who's awake the whole time and figures out that one of the aliens has climbed aboard.
All right, so you managed to. I mean, you've already got in there, so you just changed back the settings.
I even succeeded on a roll you didn't ask for.
Even succeeded on the roll you didn't ask for. You fail on all the rolls that you did need to succeed on, and then didn't even ask for one to work.
It's pretty. I mean, it's pretty good that the very first minutes of the session, I pre-planned to fail everything that I did in the middle of the session. So
It works well.
I'm gonna need all this extra time at the end of the game to make up for all the time I spent doing nothing in the middle of the game.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you strap back in, fall back asleep, and you guys drift away the night, and then, boom! You guys are all woken up, a little dehydrated, but you're awake and in the capo system, or so Mother informs you.
Hey, I'll go ahead and get in contact with Colony, and I'll start piloting us in.
All right, so they, I mean, are you informing them of the severe damage to the ship?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, well, we don't have our shuttle bay operative, we don't have a shuttle, we got our docking umbilical. I mean, I'm pretty sure we have shuttle service from, surface to, space, at least. Is that correct?
They do have a shuttle from the capo.
Right, so we'll need you to dock at the umbilical, and, we'll just leave this in a stable orbit.
Right. You can dock with the unmanned satellites
Yeah,
orbiting.
so with the unmanned satellite, we'll leave it up there with it. Yeah, perfect. And I got some great news when I get down there. You're gonna love to hear this.
All right, so you guys dock, and you're greeted by the I mean, you're not greeted by anyone initially when you dock with the unmanned satellite, but a shuttle makes its way up to meet you, and the two pilots, or the one pilot that went up there, oh, how was it out there?
Oh, well, I'll say this. It was, it was a journey.
Oh,
Let me
man,
tell you
how
all
was
about
that?
it. We got some
How
time
was
on the
that
way
station?
back. Say that again?
Okay. How was the station? You get some good R&R? He nudges you. I heard the ladies out there are wild in UPP space.
Oh, well, I wish I had the chance, but you know how Max is.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? We still had some good times there. We actually stopped over by the Rousian system. Wonderful beach planet. Don't go there for a few months.
Oh, never even heard of it. What
Yeah,
happened?
wonderful
Is it
fishing
the
spot.
off season?
Well, it's going to be the off year for them. They just had a comet impact.
Mid-year.
It's not looking good for them anymore. It was for about a week. I can't say that with a straight
Oh.
face. It's just so terrible.
Great. And so he takes you down,
And I'm telling them it's like, but there's this huge asteroid, like in between here and there that we found on the way back. It's just mothered with minerals. If we could get some kind of tow cable on top of this ship, we could get like a mining crew going out there. I think we got just what this colony needs to really get going economically. You know what I mean?
and you're telling this all to the pilot who's
Yeah, I'm telling
flying you
them
back
it's like
down?
I'm excited. This is gonna be great. I can take you out. You could be a co-pilot. It'll be great.
Oh, co-pilot. Oh, fancy that. Great. Well, I hope they let me. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, it'll be a fantastic time. We got lots of suits. We got everything we need. Well, I assume. I'll need someone else is gonna have to do the planning details for it. But I'm gonna push for this mission. This is gonna be great.
Oh, great. Here we're landing. So he
Hey.
takes the shuttle in, and you guys are the shuttle opens, and you guys are greeted by woo, like an excited small crowd of people who like clap you on the back, and they're like, "Oh man, I'm so excited!" And they're
And
you're ushered by the company security directly to. Let's shift back to the old colony map.
yeah,
I gotta
You
say,
guys are shuffled.
this far in, I am still confused at what we won in that raffle.
the chance to be on the ship and be the losers who have to figure out how to fix it.
Right, we earned the opportunity to go do a job in this raffle that we supposedly paid to join.
Tell me, Max, did you want to stay here and go to school and be bored on the colony, or did you want to go to space? That's what I thought, Max.
You paid for tickets? Is this what I'm understanding?
We didn't pay for anything. We had to pay to fix the ship.
You bought tickets to enter this raffle for a job.
I assume just everyone in the colony had a ticket.
Yeah, everyone on the colony had a ticket, and the benefit of this whole thing was you were going to get to visit a fully paid for trip to a space station and a whole new experience and some R&R and an opportunity to not be working at the colony.
Yeah. Now I got
Like
a new
a change
job,
up of
pilot.
duties. Yeah.
I mean, even though you've explained it to me, I'm still confused at what we won with this raffle.
That's all right, Max. You let the adults worry about what's going on.
It's not a great win.
It's a win
So
for me.
you guys are directed to the command center where they start. Where you're ushered through. Do you guys want to stop and say anything to the folks that greet you and kind of your maybe 20 or so fans?
I'll go ahead and I'll just, I'll soak up the attention. I'll go like, mission accomplished. We got the ship. It's intact and we have spare parts to fix it up too. And we know where minerals are.
And
My mother's dead.
Max, quit ruining the mood.
There's
We
a
got
few
work,
folks in the
everybody.
back like, Xander, play some music. Xander, welcome back.
Give him Wonderwall,
Yeah.
Xander.
Here, I do something called Purple Rain.
Oh, is that acid rain that falls on Delta 727?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How many times does your hidden gun go off in your guitar?
Oh my god.
No, I took that back.
Ding.
Oh, look at the special effects.
Oh, 100%. I'm definitely coming down with the pulse rifle and going, mission accomplished.
He's on it now.
Hey, get down! They've got a gun! Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, no,
And
I
that's
very
where mission
clearly
one
have it
ends.
unloaded right now. Like, I've taken the magazine out and I'm holding it in one hand and the actual gun in the other.
They just unload on you as you're coming off the ship. So you guys are directed to the command center where almost a small. Well, at this point there isn't anyone. There's just the person that sent you on this mission.
Yeah.
The head scientist, and she greets you and she says, "How was it? How was the vessel?"
Well, the ship's intact. It's a little broken up. The coffee maker isn't functioning.
Save too many of those details. I don't want to have you say it twice to me. But we have a whole tribunal getting set up to hear everything that happened and to hear how the ship is. We're excited that you're back. We're so worried we've got your messages, but we would love to get an explanation about what everything happened.
Things seem rough out there, but well, it's gonna be a bit of a debrief. So let's go see everybody.
Yes, we're hoping that it all starts to make sense. We're a little bit confused about some of the details.
Oh,
A prison ship is what I remember.
I'm gonna have to whistle in and Slidley on that and have to explain a few things, I think. But
Well-
I have you a present here, and I'll pull out like a floppy disk and say these are some scans from the asteroid we were at just a week ago. If you get bored during the meeting, you could just load this up on your tablet there.
Ah, thank you.
Certainly, it's not a virus to wipe away all the records.
Max, Max, is this the floppy disk with your skull and crossbones laughing at people virus? I don't need
What,
any
the
more
I-
of that.
The ID4 virus,
Yeah.
which means nothing here in the future.
Future. So she goes, well, it's scheduled for we'll schedule it for tomorrow. You guys are back, and I'm sure you would like to rest and recuperate and visit your respective families. We ask that you please keep it
Rather
quiet about what you've done until we can discuss what you can release to the rest of the colonists.
Oh, yeah, of
Um,
course. I mean, at
Real
least
shame
live
you
seeing
told them
ships,
everything.
right? And
Shame you told him everything when he got off the ship, huh, Dad?
just the fun parts.
Everything. Even discussed the planet we went to in depth.
We'll give you a little bit of time to relax. And Max, I'm sure you miss your friends, Mighty. I'm sure you really miss your friends. Oh, and I'm sure your friends have really, really missed you. All the teachers really do.
That's all
She
right.
looks at Jimmy.
I can't
Hey.
tell if that's a joke that Max has no friends or that his friends are really just bullies waiting to beat him up.
We don't know yet until you define it.
Okay.
But I think you know which way the teachers lean. They're probably glad that Max is gone. Or is Max great for other adults and just terrible for Jimmy?
Well, I can only hope that Max learned some lessons while we were out there in space.
I don't know. I'm probably pretty good around other adults.
What lessons have we
Okay.
learned? If you threaten yourself with suicide, people will suddenly start caring. If you
I want to point out.
if you
wanna
team up
point
with
out
a
that-
communist, nothing can go wrong.
I want to point out that I only acted up when I was around Conrad. Before Conrad's influence, what was I, right?
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll see like how much you've been holding yourself back into literal actual criminal Conrad Smith.
Yeah, I want to point out
Criminal Conrad Smith.
Conrad not active this session. What did I do? I read pamphlets.
on your own health, in
Yeah.
fact.
All
So-
right.
Now seems like a good time to talk about XP for the session.
Absolutely.
And then we'll give you a little bit of a break before you start your 2 p.m. stream. So, about
What
some
time zone are
experience
you in?
points. What? Sorry,
So
it
what
is
time zone are
6
you in?
p.m. This is the 2 p.m. game.
Whoops.
Oh.
All right. Start at the top.
So, everyone was here. Well, at least everyone that's here is here. So you each get 1 experience points. Did anyone risk or sacrifice something to further your personal agenda?
I got
I-
electrocuted.
I risked
Go
a
ahead.
lot of air.
Right?
Can you define something?
We both ran out of air, me and Jimmy.
I would
mean,
say
I did.
definitely.
I did sacrifice playtime.
Oh,
That is
Because
true.
did you find something?
You even turned down your father, ready to show you as a gift an ATV and a pulse rifle.
See?
it's true.
You have to
It's true.
define the word something here.
What is your personal agenda?
No one gives me anything to do, so explore, try things out, and make your own entertainment. I locked myself in a room and read pamphlets. It's still making your own entertainment.
That's true. I would say that you did also sacrifice the, damage the cryo tube as well. So that's working towards your own entertainment. So, and Xander, I definitely agree you did because you also you just wanted to get in and get it done with.
Yeah.
So you were like, we got the scrap. Who cares about the distress signal? So that's a little bit of a sacrifice. Like you never know what was there, and maybe you sacrificed your your ship's reputation by fleeing the scene of a distress signal. So
Hey, that's the buoy.
that's true.
I mean, it always looks good when you feel the sea of crime, right?
We just don't
Yep.
feel like saying hello to people. We're antisocial.
So
Social distancing, okay?
did anyone risk their life for a buddy PC?
Oh, you almost had the chance there, Xander.
I don't know if I would have, with me getting executed and everything, and still
You-
mustering through a second shift. I could have been like, you know what, I'm done, I'm out. But I still continued on, knowing that I could get executed again or worse.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
want
only
to
the
give it to
thing.
Xander. He definitely put himself on the line trying to do this thing where, he's going to be alone in an air duct working on this thing, specifically because his friend asked him to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not so sure about Jimmy. I can't, he didn't really have the chance, that's all.
Who is your buddy, Jimmy?
Xander.
Okay, and Xander, I assume buddy is your Jimmy.
Yes. And you're
That's
my
right.
enemy.
Buddy is your Jimmy.
High five.
Yes. All right.
All right. No one made a panic roll.
Didn't
We
Jimmy do?
panicked, we just didn't roll.
Oh no, you were about to panic, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I was about to die.
Um, Did anyone make any significant discoveries or revelations?
I found the journal, but again, that might be too thin.
No,
No, I
I
think
think
the
that
whole
is
ship
a
kind of counts. Like the journal, what they're
yeah.
up to, the minerals they were, how they did it. We even left like the explosives there for later.
I
Yeah.
read
Yeah,
a
so I
pamphlet
would say
about
yes.
puberty.
You discovered something new in all your pamphlets.
Yeah.
That might be a little thin.
Once again, hiding from
Just
your
like the
family
pamphlet.
and you, an instructional guide.
Did anyone
Look, I'm a
perform
kid,
any
right? Reading a
extraordinary
pamphlet about
actions?
puberty is big.
Say that again, Eli?
You're like, what? I'm gonna grow hair where?
So what was this one, Eli?
Any extraordinary action of some kind?
I went through not having air, Theta broke the cryopod, and Xander went out of his way to try to fix a ship that we were going to scrap. I think those are slightly extraordinary. Well, at least
Sure.
most of it probably is. What do you think?
By their very definition, they are extraordinary because they are not ordinary.
Aww.
Aw,
Oh,
And
inspirational.
you guys did earn money. So because well, not money itself, but you found all this
We got a lot of
especially
loot here,
valuable.
yeah.
This good loot, which I'll say is basically the same as finding pretty good money.
Mhm.
So that is what we'll do for today.
All right.
So,
nice job, guys.
So I guess the
thank
quick
you all
question-
for watching and playing.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
What was the question?
Oh, I was just gonna ask about trying to train up to talent right now.
Yeah. What talent did you want to try to train?
I think probably the one that lets me do better piloting roles, or lets me push more. I
Wait
forget
a
what it's
second.
called
Don't
right
you
now,
have to,
but I
don't you have
want
to spend 24 hours for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you will have to spend 24 hours.
Okay.
In
Well,
order to
I
get
also
that
have like
talent.
over 10 experience right now, so I'm wondering how to handle that.
So you
Gotta
just have to
put the
take
time
time.
in.
So like you guys can take days off, or spend time while you're traveling through space to learn talents and stuff
Or
like that.
mess with your own cryopod.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and deduct 5 just so that it's easier to keep track of and like up a skill here. I think.
Okay.
I feel like Comtech is kind of the way to go here. I actually used it, and I think that's the key. I have to have succeeded at a check, right?
Yep.
Skills you don't have to wait 24 hours for, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was a question. I don't actually know.
I'm
Sorry,
pretty
say that
sure.
again.
Skills you don't have to wait 24 hours for, right? You just have to have used the skill.
Yeah.
at some point?
Skills are just straight up.
Did I use any skills today? I only used Comtech. I don't know that I want to put XP into Comtech. I mean, I'm good at it, but I think... Is there a cap on how high a skill can go?
I will have to get back to you, but I don't know about that.
I might do something in heavy machinery, but I have to look over everything before I can make any commitment.
Yeah, because I think you're our heavy machinery guy.
Yeah.
Actually, instead of
And-
Comtech, I think I need stamina. There we go. That's the key here.
Stamina might be a good one to increase.
I'm just thinking if I was going to spend anything on a skill, I would probably just keep upping mobility.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I've already got... I am upwardly mobile.
You were the very mobile character. All right. Well, I'll give you guys time for your Iron Claw game, right?
Nope, wrong again.
Swayhander.
Iron Paw.
Iron
Wait, no,
Claw.
no. Iron Claw is Sunday. If you
Gold
like Iron
Talon.
Claw, Sunday.
It
This
would
is
literally be in this time slot on Sunday.
What is it? I don't know. I can't remember.
But Zwyander, what Griffin just said.
Yes.
Oh, that was the game, right?
That was the one.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for playing. Gotta try to get more stressful situations in, which
It was definitely tense. It just that the ship wasn't actually dangerous.
it was tense, but the ship itself wasn't the actual dangerous thing. Maybe there was other things that were dangerous there.
Maybe.
Who
Well, like the giant
knows?
space egg that was an asteroid.
All right. I'm definitely trying to get my alien legs under me as well. So I'll see what I can do. I'll read more about it. See if
Cool.
because I might also not be doing stress right as well. There might be there might have been situations when you should have gained stress.
Anyone that
there as
tuned in
well.
early got to see your alien legs.
That's true. And my quick costume change.
Oh yeah. All right
America's
then.
Got
All right.
Talent. Look out.
See you guys on Sunday.
See ya.